Family, what it do? It's your girl Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming back and tuning in. Listen, subscribe to my Twitch, dog. Tap in with Tootie. I need to get to 3K. Help me. Y'all, listen, do it. All right? Like, comment, share, subscribe. That's all you got to do to support the channel. All right, we finna get into this story time. Stalker fan who held me hostage for his boxers. Y'all send me this shit, so you gonna sit through it. Nope. Sit your ass down. But I'm about to die laughing because I watched him have a whole girl bring a ladder from her crib to his to get over the gate. So I believe that somebody probably held him hostage to take his drawers. I do. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's serving. You know what I mean? Everybody seen his meat. It's circulated. Everybody seen it. You dig? So we don't know what he doing with it. It's probably like that brisket. You know what I mean? Everybody want that shit or whatever, but we finna get into it. Let go.
Look, pardon me if I look tired, but I've been working and I've been putting in a lot of that work. But look, I'm just here to tell you about this 100K giveaway I'm doing. I'm doing a very first place will receive and
You know.
subscribe. Yes.
I'm sorry, y'all. I have to go past this. I'm just not for raffles right now. I'm having PTSD.
This memory just came and took me over, but I want to give y'all a little story time. I got this big bottle of water because this is a story.
Later that night.
So this was 2018. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Allegedly.
It was March because it was cold. I remember the day my nudes leaked. I was shocked, I was appalled, and I was like, I just felt like, damn, everybody thought I did it, but it wasn't me. Bless me. It was after my nudes leaked. I was scorching. I was booked.
He said he ain't leak his nudes. How else do nudes get leaked? I mean, like, who else would have did it? Who else think did it? Because how do niggas' butts and nuts get on this internet, but they don't do it?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, I was booked every weekend. I remember I had a gig. It was in Niagara Falls, but prior to that, I just felt like my support system, my fan base grew way more. And I just felt like my female audience, they were a bit more dedicated than...
Not just your female audience, your male audience too. Yeah, it was niggas that was ready to pin you down and pretzel you up. It wasn't just that. I seen it. Because I was cracking up.
Usual.
What do you mean by that?
Like before, it was like, okay, we know you, we know who you are, but now it's different. Now we are like lusting and salivating over you.
So drop it down in the comments real quick before I keep going. Did y'all, who else in here seen his meat? If you seen his meat, put the eggplant emoji inside of the chat.
I had this one fan. She stood out to me more than others. Like, she would comment on everything I did. She was really going hard to show like her support. The craziest thing that made me just feel like, whoa, she had my name tatted like right here on her neck. I didn't think it was real. And I'm gonna let you know how I found out it was real later on. And you know, she wasn't like a supporter who was saying, hey, I did this and I was, you know, wanted everyone to know. It was like she did it, but she didn't make it known. Like, you know, her hair covered it, but she took pictures and sent it to me, and I just was like, you know, very nice to her and just very supportive and just always like, yo, you know, for me to have never met somebody and them just show how much of a supporter they are to me, I respected that, and I just couldn't, like, you know, I couldn't not be nice to this person. I never met her before. She had never met me. And I had a booking in Niagara Falls. I was excited about it. It was like my first time there. And you know, when you go to Niagara Falls, kind of the Canadian border.
Ladies, keeping this shit stacked. I mean, y'all done been with y'all man before. Have y'all already held y'all man down to take it before? Drop it down in the comments. I want to know.
You know, and she messaged me prior to the booking and said, hey, I'm coming to this, you know, booking and I would love to meet you. And I'm like, of course, you know, it's a public venue. Come meet me, I'm gonna be there, like, you know what I'm saying? But Niagara Falls is one of those places that I guess when celebrities go there, everybody stays at the exact same hotel, right? So I remember like it was yesterday, because they always say, yo, bundle up, it's cold out there. You know, get one of my fur coats. I'm super furred up. Pack my bags. This is when I was living in New Jersey. Me and my security caught our flight, flew in, I landed. Promoter, they meet us, the car services, all of that stuff. Whenever I go places and I land, I always say, hey, where is the #1 place that I should eat?
You hungry as shit.
Where should I get food? Where is the must-have, go-to place to get food in your town if an out-of-towner comes here and you want them to say, wow, that place was good. They took me to the place. It was very family owned, like some soul food kind of like vibe. You know, the food was good. It was super cold. I remember it was so cold.
Get to the kidnap.
But we eat, me and my security, I go back to the hotel. That's when I was a super at the time. So, you know, get to my room. And we get to the hotel, he checks me in, elevator, open up, get to my room. For some places when we go, like the hotels, there's like a card or a nice thing of chocolate on like the bed or on the desk or something of the hotel saying, hey, welcome Safaree, we're so glad to have you, blah, blah, blah. But this time, you know, I opened the door and I seen like a little fruit arrangement. Oh, that scared me. I get in the room, I see the fruit stuff and all of that, and usually I don't eat fruit and stuff like that if I don't see where it came from. So I'm like, all right, I appreciate it though. And then it said, hey, welcome to Niagara Falls. So happy to have you. Hope you have an amazing night, XOXO. I'm like, okay. Didn't think nothing of it. I laid down, I'm relaxing, just watching TV. My security tells me, hey, I'm gonna go to the venue, I'm gonna do a walkthrough. I'm gonna make sure everything is the way it needs to be, whatever. I'm gonna see where we're going in, where we're going out. And I'm like, all right, cool. He goes, come back. And this was like around 7 p.m. I didn't have to be at the venue until like around 11:30, 12. So I take a nap, I get up, take a shower again, coconut oil, brush up, boom, 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 get ready. Get fly, I go to the venue. I pull up, I'm in my car, and anytime when I'm booked to go to venues in other cities and stuff, I always like, you know, say a prayer and I just, you know, just want to feel protected because it's like, it's a job, but at the same time, I'm going into these places.
Yes, Kendi.
There's so many different energies in there. Whenever I pull up, the club secure into a spot, and then the spot kind of was like in the club, but no one knew or could see me. I was in the club, and it was like, oh, you could just chill here for a while. And I hate when people book me and they just put me in a corner somewhere and kind of like try to hide me and then wait. I'm like, yo, put me in the mix. I'm gonna be here for an hour. Let me get to it. I'm not one of those people who, when I get to my venues, I sit there, ignore everybody, and just drink. As soon as I get there, I'm taking pictures, we vibing. It's lit. So I'm in my weird little duck off area where they try to keep me. I guess they were waiting for more people to come. Okay, cool. The crowd gets where they wanted to get. They finally say, okay, we're gonna bring you to your section. They bring me to the section. And I see there's a lot of people there. You know, the energy is lit. Everyone's cell phones is out. Everyone want pictures, hugs, girls are screaming. They're not taking it. It's me. So I'm like, what do you mean it's me? She was like, and then she said like the name, but it was a different name and a different picture from what I was used to seeing. You know, she never really showed her face and stuff like that. And then she pulled her hair back and showed me the tattoo. And I was like, oh, I'm like, this is the fan. But she looked very different. She started like crying, shaking. She was hyperventilating. You know, we telling her, yo, sit down. I'm like, yo, come, you sitting with me tonight. And she's just there like shaking, tripping. And then my security's like, boy, if you don't. We giving her juice, giving her water, making sure she's good. She get up and then she finally kind of composes herself. She was crying and all of that. And I'm like, yo, I'm like, let's take a picture. But I'm like, don't be crying in the picture. Like, let it be a good picture so that when you have it and you can look back at it later, it'll look good and all of that. And She gets herself together, finally take a picture, and I'm just being nice. We just vibing. I'm like, just letting her know. I'm like, yo, like, I'm human just like you. And I'm like, yo, I appreciate the support and the way you ride for me. And, you know, I have certain people who support me, and anytime people, you know, come for me and try to hate in the comments and all of that, they be in the comments fighting and all of that.
Y'all don't believe nobody would want to hold Safaree hostage? I want to know right now.
But, you know, the night is coming to an end. I don't really drink when I go out to my bookings like that, you know what I'm saying? I have my man Rex with me. So I let her know, I'm like, hey, you know, I gotta leave now. And she's just looking at me, she's like, okay. And I'm like, all right. I was like, yo, nice meeting you. I was like, love you, thank you for everything. Boom, I leave, I go in the truck, we drive, trying to get me some food again. And I'm like, bro, it's 2 in the morning, I don't want any food. We get to my hotel. My security walks me to my door. He puts me in or whatever, you know, lock up. His room is always like right across from mine so he can see my door. And then I take a shower, I change or whatever. And usually when I go places, my security, he has a key. But then I still deadbolt and lock the door and all of that. And probably like an hour into me being there, I hear a knock. It's a light tap. And I'm like, what the hell? Because I just was up looking at my phone, so I go and look through the peephole, and it's the girl. I'm like, oh. My heart is pounding because I'm like, okay, this feels crazy. So I call my security and I'm like, yo, bro, she is at the door. He's like, what do you mean she? I said, bro, you don't hear the knock? And he goes, he looks, he opens his door, and then I'm behind the door, I'm looking through the peephole. He's like,
somebody said, I believe it after Eric and that ladder.
yo, what's up? You good? She was like, yeah, I just wanted to say something to Safaree.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
She's there in a robe, like she's staying in the hotel. He's like, yo, are you staying in the hotel? She was like, yeah, I'm staying here. Her room was one room over from mine. I don't know how. I don't know if this was ironic chance, but it was. She said, I just wanted to make sure you got the fruit I sent up earlier. And I said, what? Because I opened the door finally. And then I'm like, yo, what's up? And then she said, I just want to make sure you got the fruit. I said, look, I ain't gonna lie. I said, you coming to my door is a little, she was like, I don't think you understand. I can't believe you're in front of me. She was like, please, I just wanna sit and talk to you. Please, can I come in? I was like, look, I said, there's too much craziness. I was like, for your safety and mine.
Nigga, you let her in. How else did she hold you hostage? You let her in for your boxes. How did she even get your boxes? You let her in. Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea. She said, if you don't let me in your room, I'm going to do the worst thing I could do to myself. And the look in her eye, I believed it. She was not joking.
No, that's when you call the police. You don't give in to her demands. Dummy. You feel me? Nah, this the part of the story where I don't know if I believe it, but let's keep going. It's interesting.
She said, Safaree, if you don't talk to me, you'll never hear from me again, and neither will my family. Yo, my heart started pounding. I'm looking at my security. I was like, I said, come on.
What? That nigga's tripping.
We go in my security's room, and I tell my security, I said, bro, turn on your phone camera and record everything. Leave this thing on recording. And she's sitting there, and she's just like, I think about you so much. I love you so much. I pray for you. I pray about you. I pray to be with you. I don't know if that could ever happen, but I just want you to know how in love I am with you. And I'm looking, and I'm so
and let me find out Jazz in the clip.
Because her tone, the look in her eyes, oh my goodness. If looks could kill, I'm like, yo, I said, please, I said, I want you to know I care about you, I appreciate you, and I said, your family does too. I said, I would never want you to hurt yourself. She was like, you don't mean that. I was like, of course I mean that. I was like, come on. I was like, I'm here talking to you. Like I said, I could have never opened the door. I said, I care about you. Don't talk about you not ever being here or your family being here. And she just looked at me and she was like, she smiled, and I'm like, the smile looked so sinister. It looked so like, and then she just was like, I know you think I'm crazy.
Yup.
She was like, a lot of people do. And she was by herself. I was like, yo, I said, how did you know what hotel I was at? How did you know, like, she just was like, we're connected. She was like, I know everything about you. Yo, I said, where's your family? Where's your friends?
That's how that lady felt about Chris Brown. You remember she was jumping fences all by the desert and shit? She was all over that man neighbor yard and shit. All he had to be, she was all got fucking tangled all in the woods. Y'all remember that shit? That's that shit ever crazy. Yo, folks be fucking insane though. Like, cause how can you feel like that you connected with a nigga you ain't never met before in your life, bro?
And I was like, I want to make sure you're good. She said, it doesn't matter. I was like, yo, you are making me feel a little uneasy. And I was like, I don't want you to be talking like you're going to do something because of me not being able to, you know, interact with you. She was like, could I have your number? She was like, can I sleep in your room? And she was dead serious. She was like asking for like underwear. She was like, do you have some underwear or socks? She was like, I swear, if you give me one of your
I don't care about it. It ain't enough love in the world to take a nigga drawers with balls sweat on it. Is you crazy, lady?
underwear or socks, I will not bother you. I will never, ever bother you.
Yeah, some
she was
feet.
like, I won't. And I'm like,
You can get the fuck up out of here with
Facts.
that bullshit. Get off the motherfucking mic.
she was dead serious. She was like, please, she was like, I want one of your underwear. And she was like, I want underwear that you wore. I want your worn underwear.
Come on, man, take them off.
No way.
Just take them off.
Yeah, see, you don't know how that nigga balls is. He might have cheese and everything. You done seen this man schlong one time on one Twitter post and thinking that it's all good. You don't know if it got bumps on it. The fuck? Y'all gotta start think.
Leave her.
Just take off your clothes.
I was just like, yo, just stay right here. So I leave her in the room with my security. I go to my room. I had the underwear I took off after I showered. I came out with it. I put it in a rag. I stood outside in the hallway and I said, yo, they heard me. They came out. I said, look, if I give this to you, I want you to go to your room.
I'm going to masturbate.
I was like, I appreciate you. You're loving and supporting me. But I was like, this is, you know, a little uneasy. And she was like, do you have it? Do you have it? She was like, is that the underwear? I was like, I'm gonna give it to you. I was like, but I need you to promise me that you're not gonna be so, you know, acting the way you're acting. She was like, I promise, I promise, I promise. I give her the rag. She's shaking, she's trembling. She's like this.
You do not even know these men.
Smells it. And she's like sniffing and sniffing. And she was like, thank you. Thank you. She starts crying. And then she comes to like hug me. And then my security puts his hand on her. And she's like, please just let me hug him. And I hug her. And her heart is pounding so hard. I let her go. She's sniffing the underwear. And she said, thank you. She said, I will forever cherish this. And I will forever cherish this moment. And I will never.
Nigga, you seen Coming to America when he came out the bathroom. That's what it sound like. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe it. That part, you know what I'm talking about? You know, never mind. Y'all watch that, right?
Ever make you feel uncomfortable ever again. Thank you so much. And then she was like this. I did not sleep that night. That has got to be the most insane experience I've ever had with someone who says they are a fan or a supporter of me. After that,
Nah, Day, don't do all that now. You wanted them balls. It's 20 minutes ago. You was all for pro Safaree. Don't run from the nuts now. Don't run from them now.
she was getting I was getting pictures of her with the underwear. She was like, I will never wash this. Your scent. Like, I don't know what happened to her. I haven't heard from her. Like, I just stopped
She probably died from smelling them drugs.
hearing from her. But that, I would have to say, is craziest experience with a fan, a supporter, whatever you want to call it. I will never forget it. She was not from Niagara Falls, but it happened in Niagara Falls. I guess she wanted some Niagara draws to smell balls, have it deep like halls, making 911 calls. Hopefully nobody falls.
Oh, if you don't.
I don't know why, I just feel like sharing that with y'all. Damn, that took me down memory lane. I'm out.
Yeah, man, this world ain't the way it used to be at all. Yo, I ain't even gonna hold you. That shit at the end was funny as hell. I'm silly. You know what I mean? I'm not conditioned for a lot of stuff. But y'all go ahead, y'all drop it down in the comments. I wanna know how many of y'all think that Safaree was telling the truth. Do you really think that he gave away some dirty draws for a girl to smell in Niagara Falls? Drop it down. Y'all stay tuned. We about to get into some more.